My name's Gareth Gwyn-Jones. I work for Hiscox as the Customer Relations Manager, so principal responsibilities to deal with a team who's actually responsible for handling complaints within the business.
And we heard about that this morning from one of the people on the panel saying, look, that is one of the hardest jobs.
Yeah.
Because you're taking order from above, obviously the targets need to be set, but you're also trying to instill in the team, to follow the script, but also be human, be offering that, that thing we're talking about today.
Absolutely. I mean, I think our chief sort of responsibility, I think, certainly within Hiscox, is to act as a kind of independent arbiter. So we have to look at what our processes are, what we should be doing as a company. Whether it's a sales complaint or a claims-related complaint, we look at that and say, well, what is our general process? But also, what can the customer expect from us? So, is it right that we've just followed what we normally do? Can a customer reasonably expect us to do that, or actually do we need to think of it from in their shoes, which absolutely is what we try and do all of the time. So.
There's a lot to think about. From this event, do you think you're learning particularly? Is it just interesting to see the way the wind is going?
Yeah, I think so. I think my main aim today is to kind of look at what other companies are doing, what their approach is. Is there anything that we can learn? Is there anything that we can share, sort of through networking and that kind of thing? But really, yeah, just to see what other people's views are out there and what their challenges are, really. So it was interesting to hear earlier on about certainly with First Direct, a lot of their complaints are dealt with by the first person. So it's understanding, is that something that we can manage, or can we take learnings from that, with our business model being slightly different to theirs? How can we instill some of that kind of customer-centric culture within our business, which I think we've got already, but it's look and see what other companies are doing. So.
Yeah, really, well, it's important to learn from other companies. Do you think the industry, although everyone has their own business model, the way they work and the team set of skills and so on, is it being taken seriously? I mean, obviously a lot of people here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I think different companies are going to have different levels of engagement within it. I think certainly, personally, coming from a company which is very much has the customer at its heart, I think it's very important to us. As an industry, I think the level of engagement with customer is increasing over time. I think part of that is coming through regulation and sort of almost forcing companies to ensure that they're treating their customers fairly. But I think companies are now catching on to the fact that, and again, a comment was made earlier on today, the retention of a customer, it's far more cost effective to retain the customers you've already got than it is to actually go out there and get new customers. So I think one of the only ways you're going to do that is by ensuring that you are treating them fairly, that you're listening to them and actually trying to deliver something that they want, and when you've done something wrong, you put it right, and you accept the fact that, and hold your hands up where you have made a mistake.